Yes, good morning, students. So, we are doing the chapter resources. I have already told you that there are three types of resources: natural resources, human made resources, and the lastly, human resources. So, we have discussed natural resources, we have discussed human made resources. Today, we will discuss the third type of resource, that is human resource. So, what are human resources? I've already told you that people in different professions, those who are working something for the society, those who are serving people, they are fulfilling the needs. So, they are all human resources. Any person who is skillful, who is talented, who has knowledge, and who can help others is a resource. Okay, so people can make the best use of nature to create more resources when they have the knowledge, skill, and the technology to do so, right? So three things are required for any person to become a resource. He should have knowledge, skill, and the technology to do so. So you can look here in this box. There's a small conversation. Crops ruined due to drought. Can I find a solution? So this girl may be a scientist. Okay, so she is thinking of improving the conditions of the farmers. That's it. She says it's all thanks to the knowledge, education, and skill we could find a solution. So she is educated, she is skillful, she is talented, and she thought of some solution and she helped the farmers. So like this, she acted as a resource. So human resource refers to the number, quantity, and abilities, mental and physical, of the people. So number also matters, means how many persons are there working in any company, so that also matters. Okay, if more number are there, so that means more efficiently the work will be done. And ability also matter. It is not only the number that matter, but ability also matters, because how talented the people are, how skillful the people are, then only that company will progress. Okay, so both the things are important, number and abilities. Though there are differing views regarding treatment of humans as a resource, one cannot deny the fact that it is the skills of human that help in transferring the physical material into a valuable resource. So they say read and ponder. Ponder means think. So read and think. Humans are interdependent on each other. You know that we all are interdependent on each other for some or the other thing. Farmers provide food grains for everyone. Scientists suggest various means to combat problems. Combat means fight. Fight problems related to agriculture and improve farm production. So what all is required? We require knowledge, skills, and technology. So that is why human beings are a special resource. Why are we special resource? Because we have brains and we can do anything. So that's why we say that we are the most gifted beings in this universe, because we have brains to do something. We can convert non-usable thing into a usable thing. So people are human resources. Education and health help in making people a valuable resource. I told you, education is very important factor. If people are educated, then only they can be skillful. Improving the quality of people's skills so that they are able to create more resources is known as human resource development. So this you might can relate to if in any company there is one HR department. So HR department always works for the improvement of the employees. They organize trainings and other seminars for the improvement of the employees, those who are working there. So this is HR development, we say that. Okay, so that is human resource development. So human resource means HR development. Then last topic is conserving the resources. So as we have been studying about resources, so you know that resources are limited in stock. Okay, even though renewable resources are there, but still if careless use of those resources will be there, so what would happen? They will also become short one day. So people will face problem. So that's why it is our moral duty to conserve the resources. So then you see what they have written. Mona had a nightmare. Nightmare means a very bad dream. She dreamt that all the water on the earth had dried up and all the trees cut down. There was no shade and nothing to eat or drink. People were suffering and roaming around desperately looking for food and shade. So, can you imagine this kind of scene? Just imagine for a second. Then, how would you feel? This would be a terrible dream, you can say, and thank God that it is a dream, it is not reality. Because in real, if we imagine such a situation or if we face such a situation, then it would be very difficult for us to survive in this kind of situation. So she told her mother about the dream. Amma, can this really happen? She asked. Yes, Amma replied. If we are not careful, then even renewable resources can become very scarce and the non renewable ones can definitely get exhausted. What can we do about it? Raju asked. Lots, replied Amma. Amma said that there are a lot of things which we can do, even small, small things which we can do that will matter a lot. So then comes the sustainable development. I told you in the beginning also, sustainable development means using the resources at present, but using them in a way that they can be saved for the future generations also. Sustainable development means carefully utilizing resources so that besides meeting the requirements of the present, also takes care of future generations. So balancing them is our duty. Balancing the need. So there are two terms which you should know: resource conservation and sustainable development. Underlying both these lines, using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. And what is sustainable development? Balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for the future is called sustainable development. So there are many ways of conserving resources. Each person can contribute by reducing consumption, recycling, and reusing the things. Okay, we have lost a lot of waste things at our home, so try to make something beautiful out of it. We always give you activities like create something out of waste, best out of waste. Why we give those activities? Because just to arouse that feeling in you that even the waste things can be made useful. And you should learn to save environment. We celebrate Earth Day, Environment Day. That is all to instill a feeling of concern towards the nature in all of you. Ultimately, it makes a difference because all our lives are linked. So that evening, the children and their friends made packets and shopping bags out of old newspapers, discarded clothes, and baskets from bamboo sticks. So you can see here in this picture the small children, they are making something useful out of the waste things. We'll give a few to every family we know, said Nona. After all, it is for a very good cause. Because what is the good cause? They are saving the environment, they are saving the nature indirectly, said Mustafa, to save our resources and to keep our earth alive. Earth also needs to breathe, but if you will keep polluting us, so it will suffocate. I'm going to be very careful not to waste paper, said Jesse. Many trees are cut down to make paper, he explained. I will see that electricity is not wasted in my house, shouted Mustafa. Electricity comes from water and coal. So I told you, coal is a non-renewable resource. Water is, though it is renewable, but still we should use it carefully for the to save for the future generations. Electricity also, sometimes if we are not in the room, then also we must switch off the lights, fans, whatever electric appliances on, so that should be off. Okay, don't waste the energy. It is very important to save energy for the future generations. So because they also have the right, okay, to use them. I'll make sure that water is not wasted at home. We should save water. If you're passing by and you see any tap running unnecessarily, so you must go and close it. Every drop of water is precious. Just imagine a man abandoned in a desert and he is dying for water and you're just wasting over here. So if you get a drop of water, how happy he will be. Together we can make a difference. You and me can make a difference, and you can make a difference, and you can tell your family members, you can tell your siblings also the things which I told you, so that they can also do, and the world becomes a good place to live in. Towards the children, there are some of the things Mona, Raju, and their friends did. What about you? How are you going to help in conserving resources? So this is how these children They came to know, they understood the importance of resources, and now they would be careful in the future while using them. So, same thing, you who are listening to me, you are also, you should also become concerned towards these resources because you are the future generations and you uh, need to perform your duties. You have to be responsible citizens. The future of our planet and its people is linked with our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provides. Because who is providing life to us? It is the nature. So we have to save the nature also. Nature provide us air, water, so that is our life support system because we cannot live without them. Therefore, it is our duty to ensure that what is our duty? It is our duty to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable, that we should use them in a way that we should fulfill our need also, but keeping in view the need for future generations also. The diversity of life on the earth is conserved, means all the life forms should be conserved. It is not only that earth belongs to us. Okay, earth does not belong to us. It is not only us that who wants to live on earth. There are other beings also, animals, plants. They all wants to live. They all want to live. The damage to natural environmental system is minimized. So how can we minimize the damage? By performing these small steps at home or at outside. So many things are there which you can do from your own side. Okay, and don't think that why should I do? It is not only you because it is the change begins within you. The change begins from you, and then you can expect the world changing around you. Okay, so this is the last box that is given here: principles of sustainable development. So what is the first one? Respect and care for all forms of life. I told you, be kind to animals. Okay, they cannot speak, they cannot tell their feelings, but they have feelings. Improve the quality of human life. So, who can improve the quality? Our life depends on us. We are responsible for our life, so it is our duty that we should uh, live our life in a way that we should not waste the resources. Conserve the earth's vitality and diversity. Earth's vitality means the life of the earth, the plants, and all other things which are there in the nature, that is the life of the earth. And diversity means there's so many forms of life which are there. So minimize the depletion of natural resources. We must try to do try to help so that the depletion is minimized. Change personal attitude and practices towards the environment. Okay, it should not we should not litter everywhere. We should not throw the papers or the waste anywhere. There are dustbins, uh, mm, you can say, at public places which you can use, and you can throw the waste over there. So we have to change our attitude, then only we can expect others to change. Enable communities to care for their own environment. So these environmentalists are there, biologists are there, so they always organize and hold sessions or seminars on environment, and they make aware the communities also, so that they should become concerned about their environment. Clear? So this was your chapter. So we have completed the chapter. And thank you so much, and we'll discuss the question answers next time.